What is going on, everybody? We are back for another unboxing. I got 4 figures we're gonna see. Probably I might change my t-shirt just to make the videos look a little better. I'll try my best. I'm trying to get better at that. But we got 4 of them today, 2 Ultimates and 2 Chases. 2 WWE, 2 AEW. The first one we're gonna do today is the Scottish Warrior, the Scottish Psychopath, the Chosen One, Drew McIntyre. Here he is here in all his glory, all 6'5" of him. This is the WrestleMania gear, so I'm pretty pumped for this one. Cool thing about this figure and this gear is this is what he wore in Philly for WrestleMania. Also, I have at least 2 people that I'm aware of that were part of his entrance during this match. They're holding the claymores and getting to wear the cool kilt, and pretty dope that this figure is also something that some of my friends were a part of, which is kind of neat when it comes to professional wrestling. So we're gonna go ahead and open this right away, get them out of the plastic. There's the box, chuck that out. Here they are in the wrapper, all their glory. As I'm popping these pieces out so I can show them to you, I'm gonna go over some Drew McIntyre matches that I think you guys should maybe check out. If you're maybe just watching this content because you enjoy me and you're trying to find, trying to learn more about the stuff I do and the stuff I'm into. You're gonna hear some snap, crackle, pops here. That's part of the deal. It's gonna get really loud as we pull out all these pieces. But let's go first off, probably my more recent memory matches that I would definitely recommend when it comes to Drew McIntyre is gonna be his Hell in a Cell match versus CM Punk. Jesus, that match was unbelievable. They beat the dog shit out of each other, and Drew McIntyre takes a bump on a set of steel steps, which is the craziest thing I've probably ever seen anyone do. Oh wow, actually the jacket came with a little plastic mannequin piece. Look at this, to kind of keep it formed, which is kind of neat. The jacket actually has the back piece too. It's plastic, solid plastic. We'll get to that, sorry. Then I'm gonna go with Gunther versus, gonna get real loud here. Sorry. I have a knife here, but it's not really doing very well when it comes to the plastic pieces. I don't know what my good one is. Sheamus versus Gunther. I'm sorry, Sheamus, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, triple threat match. I believe was a Mania match as well. Fantastic. Some pretty obscure matches I'm kind of looking up and I was looking into before doing this that you should probably check out, that I want to check out, is going to be when he was Drew Galloway before he came back to WWE. So he was part of WWE for a while and then was released and then came back and has been on a tear ever since. He's one of the best top guys in the company. Sorry, all right, all the plastic's done. No more crackling and popping. But since he's come back, he's been a major staple of the company, one of the top guys through and through. He's unbelievable, really, really talented. He reminds me of like when you do the, I should have done the lower camera bit when I was doing all this, but he reminds me of like a when the girlies read their smut books, the guy with the sword on the horseback that comes and does everything. I'm gonna take his kilt off for you ladies. There it is there in his full gear. So we'll show you full gear Drew McIntyre. Looks great. It does come with the kilt, with the chains. It comes with the jacket. Comes with here's the face sculpt on it currently, which I kind of like, the smug look. We might keep that one. Maybe we'll put the excited one on here. There's another one where he looks super excited. Then we have another like little smug look. That might be the one. That might be the winner there. And then we got his open hands. And then we have the 2 hands when he's counting down his claymore. And then this also comes with the gauntlets. That's very Batman-ish gauntlets. We're gonna put those on him as well. But as I'm putting these on him, some other matches. People really, it gets really highly talked about when he was Drew Galloway on the independent scene. Him and Johnny Gargano had a pretty cool match. Him versus Roderick Strong is one that people talk about a lot. He was in a tag team with Gargano versus Chris Hero and Tommy End. And then a buddy of mine he got a match with when he was still Drew on the independent scene that I have not seen, but I'm going to actively go look for it myself, is him versus Speedball Mike Bailey. So there's a Drew McIntyre match on the independent scene where he wrestles Speedball, which is pretty exciting. So I definitely want to look up that match. Kind of shows that like Speedball has been low-key killing it for a long time, and it just that's how the wrestling business works sometimes. Sometimes it's just not your time, and you got to wait it out, and then when you do, you become a big deal, kind of like AEW is now treating Speedball, which is very awesome to see. But yeah, so on the independent scene, Drew and Speedball Mike Bailey got to square off, so that's something I want to look into and check it out. We're going to put his hair over the... We're going to take off his head first. Did you hear what I just said? That there's a Speedball Mike Bailey Drew McIntyre match, or Drew Galloway when he was Drew Galloway. So yeah, I'm going to definitely look into that. Hopefully it's on the internet. Maybe I can find it on the YouTubes. I think the head's on pretty good. So we have his jacket on right there, and we're going to throw these gauntlets on. I don't know how easy they're going to be to go on, or if there's a trick. Maybe we'll pop a hand off and try this. So we'll pop this hand off. We'll slide it through. We'll put the open hands in. So, sorry, I'm going to stay quiet for a second. I'm in the zone trying to put these on. This is a very detailed figure here. Holy Hannah. I think this might be my first Philadelphia gear, like one that I got from Mania so far. Alright, I think that's on. So far, removing the hand isn't making it any easier, I'm going to be honest. Maybe it did make it easier. Alright, we'll do it again. We'll double it up. So here's where we're at so far with the gauntlet. So I'm kind of just popping the hand off. Sliding it up his arm. And then popping the hand back on. I'm trying to find myself more of these unboxing videos. If you guys like it, let me know. If you think they're boring, or if I should try something else, or maybe you guys watch other unboxing videos and you have some feedback or some tips that maybe other unboxers do that people will enjoy, maybe we'll incorporate that. But I thought maybe trying to find some matches of the person or talk about some of the history of the person in case someone's just watching just to be like, hey, ABJ, I enjoy you and I like your content, but I don't really know a lot about some of this stuff. Because that is honestly a thing that happens quite frequently with me, where they're like, hey, I wasn't really into this, or I didn't think I would like this movie, but you talked about it on your channel, so I went and gave it a shot, and I really liked it. We're going to throw him up his hands in the air real quick so he can get his kilt back on. All right, there it is. Lily, shout out to Lily right now. She's up in the attic trying to find the other figure to unbox, one of the chases. So that's pretty awesome. But there it is. Drew McIntyre in all of his glory. Gauntlets on, jacket on. Let's take a quick break here, come right back, and I'll show you how he's going to be posed up. And I'll get a little close-up, better look at the rest of the accessories that he comes with. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll be right back. All right, so here's Drew panning up, posed up, looking smug, little bastard. Spin him around, show off that jacket and that kilt. Looks sick, looks great. Let's go and take a look at the other head accessories. So we do have the other two heads there. And then the other hands you get. And overall, Drew McIntyre. Let's throw him on the shelf. So here he is on the shelf with the rest of the WWE line. We got the Gooker egg there, Gobbledygooker. We got some Three Faces of Foley, the Triple H Ultimate, some Seth Rollins. That's just a little bit of my WWE shelf. It's not too big. There's a lot more back there. It's hard to see I'm going to get shelves with better lighting, but yeah, that's a little bit what we got. I do have a little bit of a, Drew McIntyre's going to hate this, but I have a little bit of a CM Punk shelf going on. We got the heels and faces with Larry, the AEW with the belt I did a little custom job on. But yeah, all right, well, that's going to do it. Drew McIntyre in the books and on the shelf. Let's do our next unboxing, which will be another WWE Ultimate with Stone Cold Steve Austin. We'll see you on the next one.